And welcome to the Obachon Chatter 2. I'm here with you this Monday afternoon to recap Married to Medicine season 12, episode 3. And this one is called The Players Ball. So we got this person getting out of the car with this purple sequency glittery jumpsuit on and this spiral two-tone wig and some white little shoes. And this Contessa, she's going to the event center where she's having her 49th birthday party. She said she's ending her 40s. She's going to be going into the next period, which is 50 after 49. And she said she's gonna throw herself a party. It'd be the first birthday party she ever had. She kind of waited around to see if people would throw her a party, but then she wouldn't. But since she's going to another new decade, she wants to throw her own party. So she's being met by Toya, and she's excited. I thought I heard somebody here. And she's excited because she gonna deck the place out. She's doing a players ball. And if you can remember like players ball, um, they wear the furs. They're dressing like they're from the 70s. You wear these big furs and you got the white go-go girl boots on and the big afros. It was a time. Men wore the furs. So she got Toya meeting her there, and she tell Toya, I don't know if I'm gonna have a purple carpet or a red carpet. And Toya's like, no, for the 70s, it's supposed to be a Soul Train line. So she explained this is gonna be the stage. This is gonna be the dance floor right here, and this is where we're gonna do where you enter in like your Soul Train line or whatever. So she said my budget is 40,000, and she said 40. Toya was like 40. So she planned on having 150 to 200 people at her party, and but her budget is 40,000. We hear Toya say, 40 is too high. She said what she need to do is take that 40,000, go there and finish that damn medical building for her and her husband business, and so I can rent me a spot for my husband. So anyway, she tells Contessa that she inviting everybody to the party because Toya said I don't know. Last time we seen Heavenly, she was on one and she was like, I'm inviting everybody and I'm not gonna be concerned. We're all just gonna get along. How can you be mad at the party? That's what Contessa is saying. So, everybody coming to the party, even Heavenly. So we had King and Quad spot and they in the house talking about her taking the shots because she wanna have a baby. I think she said something about going all the way to Africa to get her in vitro, that's what you call it. I don't know very much about it. Just look like it's very painful to me to have a baby that way. I just go pick me one up off the street. Motherfuckers don't want them kids. I'm just saying I don't think I could stick myself in the stomach to have no baby. I don't know. I don't know what I know. It's a lot of shit. This whole episode had me like, thinking, would I do that shit to have a baby? No. I ain't gotta think about that part. So they talking and King kind of got smart as mouth too. He be talking shit to her. I mean, but it's couple shit like she told him his breath smell like fish. And he need to brush her. He need to brush his teeth. Him they wrestling and shit. They just having a good time. So we got Brandy meeting Quad to help out. Brandy is meeting up with Contessa. And Contessa dressed to death. Brandy like, wait, I thought we was doing some work. She was like, I thought if I put my costume and shit on, if I dress up, and the day is my birthday, I'll be in the mood. This is my party. It's the day. So anyway, she walk into the spot and they do have it decorated very nice. It's nice. She's happy. She got a big album, the vinyl. They put her name on it, little shit. So she happy with it. So she was telling everybody how Scott never pitches in. And she said, he just she said she be throwing hints and shit to him. He just act like that shit go over his head. He hear you, girl. He ain't interested. That's not no shit he want to do. I'm sorry. And if he ain't done it when you've been together the last 20 years, You been with him 20 years and he know you ain't never had no party. He ain't throw you no party. He ain't gonna give you no damn party. Not unless he hire a party planner. So she was talking. Brandy was talking to uh, Contessa was talking to Brandy. And she was like, "Tell me this." She said, "Whenever or something about some shit like whenever you get in a relationship, never tell a man that you got it. You know, don't tell him no, no, baby, I got it. No, don't tell him that shit." She said, "This how I'm gonna help you in the future. Never tell him that. Yeah, I need help. Hold this, do this part, and I do this. That type of shit to make it like teamwork." Okay, so we got Dr. Mimi and her husband, and they getting ready for the and no, Dr. Mimi and Angel, they getting glam ready for the party. They putting on their little makeup. Everybody ready for the party. Hell, I'm ready for the party too. I ain't gonna lie. Woo, I ain't gonna lie. So anyway, the ladies they getting excited about the party. The ladies talked to us about the 70s. Jackie outfit was nice. I would have wore, but I ain't like it on her. I will say that. So we got Jackie in her confessional. She talking about in the 70s what was going on. And I don't care about nothing what Jackie say. I told you I don't like it, so it's hard for me to sit there and listen to her shit. So we got Angel, Mimi, and Steve. They coming to the party together. Then you got Curtis and Jackie show up, and then you got Brandy and her husband. Everybody looked real nice. I put okay. So Toya and Eugene, they talking in the confession about what they used to wear in the 70s. And Eugene said, "I don't mean no harm, but I wasn't born till 1977, so I that period only got through 3 years of it. And during that 3 years, I wasn't worried about no bell bottoms and no afro." So we hear Curtis say he glad that the afro shit was over with, and we of course know that because he don't have no hair. So we hear Quan and King and talk about the 70s, and King said only thing he remembers a lot of drugs. And Quan's like, no, no. He's like, that's what I remember. So anyway, when everybody starts showing up at the party, you walk down. Of course, Contessa's gonna come in last with her husband because it's her party. You got to make an entrance. So everybody in there and they talking and they taking pictures and then Simone come in. I like what Simone had on finally. I usually don't like her shit, but that was kind of cute what she had on. But she was like, I took a picture with Curtis and I said, "You can touch me. You don't got to be scared." I was like, that ain't real cool. He said, and then Curtis, I don't want people saying nothing. If you don't want people saying nothing, stop fucking around on your wife and keep your hand off of other people women. There you go. So after she do all that shit, she gotta go tell Jackie because it's supposed to be funny. Jackie, I told Curtis because we was taking pictures, girl. He can touch me. Ah! They start laughing and the camera's pan over there to Toya face, but she don't say shit. So we finally got Damien coming in. He just regular as the motherfucker. He like he get ready to go to Home Depot and pick up a can of paint or some grass seed. And so she said, I shut up, King of Heaven. I shut up all of my costume, but girl, and shit, Damien was told us he wasn't wearing that shit. He's like, you could have, but I wasn't wearing that shit. You want me to come to the party? So he came with his shit on. So anyway, the food looks really, really good. It looked like it was a good party. So, I said something about Steve is or something. I don't really care that much for me and my husband. He all right. They was in the bathroom acting like they get ready to go have sex with each other. He said, "You want to do something?" She was like, "No, because you got to get up in the morning." He said, "Yeah, and in the morning you be like, I'm late." Whatever. I ain't care about none of that shit. So we got Simone going over to her. So no, while they still at the party, Simone asked them, she said, "Girl, she spent 40 grand for this party." It was like 40 grand. She said, "Yeah, girl, where is it?" So they started talking about the party. So Simone said the most on the party she ever spent was $5,000. It was her son's graduation for their graduation party. Tori said 5,000. Spent $75,000 on my wedding. And Contessa said, "Well, what year?" And everybody started laughing. She said, "Bitch." She was trying to be funny, but if you spend $75,000 and you on your $75,000 for your wedding, and you and Eugene got married 15, 16 years ago, you had a nice ass wedding. Y'all spent some money. He wasn't even a doctor yet, was he? That's probably why I don't know. Let me stay out of it. So Contessa threw her party, and all of them throwing shade because he there, and they saying you worked hard for this party, didn't you? He's like, yeah. He said, fuck that. I went and picked up the cupcakes. It ain't his thing. She know it ain't his thing. She been with him 20 years. He been with her 20 years, and he never and no, she ain't never had a fucking birthday party, and she almost 50 years old, and all them years he been with her, never threw her party. Listen, I had never had a party outside of like my family with my cousins. We all live in the house. It's your birthday. They get a little cake. You get gifts, some balloons and shit sometimes. You know, you have a good time to get a little, collect your little money. It was because so many kids was in my family. Although I'm the only child, I was raised with 7 cousins. So it was like a fucking birthday up in there like 9 months out of the year. Every 9 months out of the whole year. So it was always a birthday party. And there's too many of us to like invite friends. And so we had enough. It was 8 kids and my mother and her sister, my uncle, you know, a handful of adults, grandmother, grandfather, that type of shit. And he ain't throw you no party. You did the right thing. You threw your own goddamn self a party. Yeah, you did the right thing. Throw your own self a party. So, and the reason why you feel the way that you feel, you get that's something about Contessa. Contessa do a lot of shit I don't like. First, she get in them confessionals and she talk all that shit, but when she in front of their faces, she don't talk like the same type of shit. I'll give you an example of it as we go on. I can't think of it's one in here, but I'm trying to think of another one. One at least give you two. So, you know, while the men are standing up there, Scott pretty much said, I ain't worrying about none of these hens. Whatever contestant husband name is, I ain't worrying about none of these clocking hens. Yeah, that shit bother you. He said it ain't his thing. So anyway, she got two outfit changes. She goes, she changed her outfit, she come back with the second one. And Scott gives us a little speech. Oh, she always been with me. She always been with me. My mother really liked her. Scott said he used to watch movies with his mom, and they watched Titanic one time, and she said his mother said she reminds that Contessa reminds her of the character Rose in the movie, and she said because she gonna take care of you, she gonna come back get you, she not gonna drown. So we see. I think it's quiet. It is quiet in the confessional. She like, why the fuck every time? And it is true. Now I know back in the 60s and 70s, that's the kind of love I witnessed. I don't know. I think you experience love the way you experience love. And if it's something different than that, it's because you change it. Um, you know, you heard what's her name? Heavenly tell Miss Dr. Jackie, shit, girl, we been over for our man. They was like, and then Jackie was like, she said, no, I mean bend over backwards. We take care of our man. That's why we ain't single. We know how to keep our man. So then you see Jackie, she did a smart ass shit. Contessa do too, and the confessional. What Heavenly talking about? She don't go run and get his slippers and cook him a hot meal every day. You don't neither. For a whole 3, 4 years, I thought your husband had died. Never seen Curse. That motherfucker was in the Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico, wherever the fuck he was fucking that lady at that was in South Carolina airport. I ain't know that he was around, so I know you don't do it either. Y'all got y'all men because y'all doctors. I'm just gonna say it because to me, Jackie, you don't have no personality, and Heavenly just that shit. They ain't been good for it. So anyway, Heavenly said they bend over for that man. Angel says, as long as he treat her right, you good to me, I be good to you. So we got Curtis talking to Eugene talking to the men because Curtis said, I'll never see you. He said, yeah, I wasn't at the other thing because I work at 5 different hospitals and they usually the drives anywhere between 2 to 2.5 hours away. So he said, it's cool. And where the places that I go, all the nurses want me to stay. They like, are you going to come back and stay? So somebody hollered, let me see what the nurses look like. I think it was Cecil. If it wasn't Cecil, it was Curtis. And then Toya felt away about it too. He was like, you know, they are male nurses. What name in the male nurse? He said he gonna want his name Paul, and he know Curtis. So now what? So you know, like I said, Sky introduced her to the party for her second change, and you know, she like Contessa's apparently like Rose of the Titanic. So Contessa come back with her second outfit, and Toya said, "Where the '70s look at? You come back looking like a damn prom queen." She said, "Yeah, it's my party, and I need to make sure I don't look like y'all. I need to be distinguished because I'm the party girl." I get it. So you know they still on that shit. How come your husband not helping? She said, "I'm okay with a man not helping me. I did it myself. I did it myself. It turned out the way I wanted to. If he helped me, would it have been nice? Of course. But he did, so fuck it. He helped pay for it, so I ain't worried about it." So you know, I was like, she saying all of them saying they tired of their husbands. So you get the Simone talking at the party, and she was like, "Yo, if you set the bar low for your husband or your man, it's gonna stay low. The only time the bar moved, he step over it. He good. He ain't got to make break no sweat, none of that shit. And when you do shit like that, the only time that bar is moved is when you pick it up and move it." So she said, "I'm gonna tell you now. I was sitting over here, had a little sucker sucking on my breast, and Cecil didn't give me a Mother's Day card." I said, "Shit, I bet he bought the whole Hallmark session out, cause I know your ass went cracking. I know you cracked his ass completely open. I bet he got her a card, and she breastfeeding too. Ain't she a doctor? Nigga, you better go get that shit a card. You better give me a gift." So Simone says sometimes she just feel like she being taken advantage of. She not real cool with that shit at all. So I think it was Contessa said, "Why are we still here talking about this and we're at a party?" And Toya said, "Because the evolution of marriage, it is important, goddamn it. We need to talk about it." So Quan said she the same. She said, "You ain't gonna lay in the bed next to me, you know, you don't help me." Something like that. Ain't none of them putting up with the shit that Contessa put up with. But what I wanted to say is all of them put up with their own shit. Toya put up with Eugene, and he do working 5 jobs, 2.5 hours away every year, every season. They moving in a new house, some for her design, some for her to build. He whatever he say, like he support her. He said he tell her what he gotta tell her. He picked that. He know how to pick and choose and fight with them. And even with that, you can see they still had problems sometimes. So all of them got quiet and King. I think King mouth too goddamn smart, even though he ain't her husband. You ain't gonna talk to me. And I'm saying the way I'm like Scott Contessa. I'm a lot like Contessa in the way that you don't gotta do shit for me. First of all, the way I grew up, the man wasn't supposed to do shit but earn a paycheck. That's what I saw growing up. That's the only thing was around me was in my environment. The man go to work, he earned the money. The wife paid the bills, watch the kids, clean the house, do the laundry, all that shit. The only thing my uncle would do that was outside is he would cut the grass and he would keep up with his car. And sometimes he wash hers. He take her to the car wash and wash it and gas her shit up. But I didn't. So when I got married, I mimicked what I saw. My husband ain't do nothing but work. That's it. He ain't work outside the house neither. Like that yard working shit, he wasn't doing that. So we couldn't afford to cut the grass. I would cut it, you know, 'cause I would borrow my neighbor lawnmower because he used the army as his crutch to not do shit around the house. So all of us deal with something. Look at Jackie and Curtis. All of us don't none of us had no perfect relationship. So this whole shit, y'all already know how Contessa is. If she venting with her girlfriends about her fucking husband, just let her talk. And then don't say nothing else to her about it now unless she come to you and say something. Cause he gonna have me. Oh, you better not stay. I stay away from that. I'm trying to run for councilman. I ain't got nothing to say. This bitch crazy. She talk about it and then you remind her the next day what she said. She get mad. Yeah, cause she just venting and she don't want to hear that shit. And it don't matter what y'all say, she's still staying with her husband. She yes, she was upset This motherfucker ain't paying her no party, but she was upset before Brandi party. This shit happened way when she was playing hers, when she was telling them shit. I bet you he didn't even want to go get them cupcakes for her, but he went and got them because he hadn't done shit else. But maybe he said he paid for it. So anyway, Simone and Cecil they visit their kids. Their kids mad. Look like they got some kind of pizza or calzone or something. And they making them drinks though. So they come over and they like, hey. So she said, y'all want to get some food? And they're like, we got food. We y'all gave us a graduation dinner, so we thought we'd give you one. This is your graduation. So I think in her head it made her happy that her kids did something to her because she said she always feel underappreciated. But I don't really know. That's why I'm saying this whole thing. Did Michael make her something to eat because he grateful, or did he make her something to eat so he can swing this that he's sick of looking at his Jeep and he know she's sick of looking at it. She don't give a fuck about what your car look like if she bought it, especially if she gotta make the new payment on the new car that you sick of looking at. And this motherfucker say he wanna go to law school, he want her to pay for it. I'm kinda mixed with Michael. First of all, you do feel entitled. You 20 something years old. I done paid for your ass to go to college. I done paid for you a brand new house that y'all ain't take care of worth for shit. I'm making a note on that because y'all ain't paying no bills. Her sons is not paying no bills. They not. So and then you finish with school. She spent $5,000 on your graduation. So she coming over here to square this fucking bill up, but she ready to stop paying for shit and work on her retirement. She said she tired of working. So anyway, while she's sitting there talking to him, he telling her, she said, I thought I'd come over here and, we square some things out to see how y'all could, help out with the family because y'all finished school, this and that. And this motherfucker's like, I ain't invite you over here for no dinner. Talk about what you ain't going to do. I invite you over here to dinner to tell you the shit that you finna do for me. I'm going to go to law school. I want a new car. So she was like, motherfuckers, what's up with y'all? Think I needed to pay for none of this shit except for a roof over your head. And I was like, this motherfucker is 24 and 26. You don't gotta do that shit. Yeah, he think he too entitled. Yeah. Listen, fuck what them white people do. You ain't white, you black. And since I've been watching this show, that's all I've been seeing her do. Is flip the bill. Flip the bill. What kind of grades did you get getting out of school? So you want to sit around now because you ain't even in law school. You haven't even got accepted into law school, but you want to go. And you're going to tell her why do white people pay for their kids to go to school and they get out of college debt free and they become millionaires. Well, nigga, you got a head start. Your ass done went to school, graduated. You ahead the curve. You got a whole goddamn townhouse that somebody paying for. And you got a car that somebody bought. Why you ain't a millionaire already? Or at least a half a millionaire because your mama paying your bills, your mama paying for school, and then on top of that, you got a Chase credit card of $60,000. What the fuck was you buying? Yeah, when she stood up, she right. Your motherfucking ass to think you entitled. So I'm gonna show you entitlement. You got 6 months in this motherfucker. Pack your shit. You ain't going home, but you ain't staying here. I ain't paying $3,000 a month for y'all to stay here. Fuck that. You go live somewhere else for cheap. Yeah, I think they're a little bit spoiled. And I ain't saying that if I was trust and believe, when God bless me, even as old as I am, when He bless me and I can help my children, I'm gonna do shit like that. They get married, they ain't even got to get married. You have a baby, out of wedlock or whatever. Y'all get in the house. Cause you ain't come to live with me, but you'll have and the house will be in my name, but you gonna have somewhere to live that you ain't got nothing to pay for. My grandbaby will be in my children will be in safe cars. Now, I ain't sitting around this motherfucker buying no Maybachs or Rolls Royces, but you gonna have some nice cars. And they might not even be no Mercedes Benz or BMWs. All depends on what my money look like. You know what I'm saying? And then who the fuck? You a grown ass person being taken care of by a grown ass person? You don't show no kind. I don't want to talk about it no more. I be like, hey, motherfucker, don't talk about it because without me, she pretty much told you. And then she got so mad at Cecil. I'm always by myself. I'm telling you, Simone ain't been happy in her marriage. Ever since that nigga took that $25,000 out of her account to do that app shit, something he did, that shit been off key. Because I was going to get a divorce, but y'all, the team the cast kept them together or whatever. Y'all need to leave people shit alone because Jackie don't look happy and Simone and them two motherfuckers was gonna get divorced seasons ago. You should have let them. And she, I'm the only one at this table that got my doctorate. And well, how I supposed to go to school? She said the same one I did. Get loans and scholarship. Motherfucker, you had somebody paying for your house, bought your car, running up credit card. You can't get no scholarship. You should have graduated college with Magnum cum laude or summa cum laude, one of them laudes. Cause you ain't had shit to do. When I went to college, I had kids, I had a husband, I had a house, I had fucking car payment. I had to take my ass to work. You ain't got shit to do. Like, why? I mean, my mom makes pretty good money. She said, what if God, what if I die today? And he go, see, so you could die today. That could happen. She could die right there at the table because science try to ask her to have a goddamn heart attack as it is. And I'm always by myself. I always try to make me think, baby, fuck that. I'm done with this conversation. I ain't having it. And when he told her that if she sat down and she had some numbers that was fucked up, he's gonna take her dinner and give it to the dog, I would have left then. She act like she a tough ass, but she ain't tough with them boys because it ain't no way. And I love that her other son didn't say shit. He just listened. He ain't say nothing. I don't know how I feel about that. You know, when you talking shit to me, man, I'm getting the fuck up out of here. And then, like I said, your ass in that motherfucking eviction. He ain't like he got enough money to cut his goddamn hair. She's like, I'm thinking this is gonna be a financial move for me to start talking about retirement and shit. And all you said, man, I'm ready to go back to school again. Wasn't y'all in school like 6, 7, 8 years? College only 4. She said, you sitting up here arguing with the motherfucker that you want to buy your car? I said, this nigga is. She said, I didn't know how fucking entitled you was. And now that you know, I hope you get your ass up and tell him no to everything. If you don't support yourself, I'm not supporting you, motherfucker. I don't have to do nothing for you past the age of 16 to 18. All depends on what state you live in. Yeah, she's like, how you gonna finance your education? My mom make good money. Yeah, motherfucker, my money. So she says, Cecil, you don't give me no support. She said, I'm the only one this motherfucker sitting at the table with a doctorate. And then he said that shit about them white parents. She said, yeah, and what about them white parents that pay for their kids new cars and their education and they get out of college debt free and don't do shit? Yeah, there's a lot of them motherfuckers too. Black and white and Indian and Asian. Fucking parents busting their ass to get you and you get out 35, come back home and live with me. After I spent hundreds of $1,000s on your education. You gotta get the fuck out of here. So here go see. So yes, we are blessed and we can help. And she was like, well shit, who the fuck gonna care about me? I could have swore I thought her son said I do. So Cecil said, why you arguing with him? He said he wake up every day trying to see how he can help you. No, he don't. Not asking for no new goddamn car because he's sick of looking at his goddamn Jeep. Fuck out of here. So she said, Mike, I'm done. And he was like, okay, good. So that let me know too, the way he responded to her, that she gonna give in to that motherfucker. She gonna be paying for school. She gonna put some terms on it that he not gonna follow, like the terms you put on the goddamn townhouse, brand new townhouse that you bought, and you and your husband gotta put on hazmat suits to go over there to clean up. Shit, Simone got up. She was like, "You got me fucked up, nigga. I don't owe you shit. I don't owe you a goddamn thing. I don't owe you a goddamn thing because I've given you everything that I could give. All I have, motherfucker. So get out of here." So I told you that part about Mimi being in the bathroom, flirting with her husband. He trying to get sexy, trying to talk him out of it. I don't care. So party's over and everything, and we did find out that Contessa had a brunch after her party. She went home and started cooking for people to come over because she said the thing about a party is that you don't get to say spend time with the people that you invite to the party. So she said for those people that she didn't get a chance to commiserate with or talk with at her party to come to her house for this brunch. So they was like, damn, did Scott help me with that? Why the fuck do you think Scott would help her with that if he didn't help her with her party? And she tell you this motherfucker don't help her with nothing. Stop trying to start shit. So she at home and they team working, putting up a fucking umbrella on the patio table outside. That's Scott and Contessa. So Heavenly looks really nice coming to. They meeting up 'cause it's Brandy's birthday, and she's having a dinner party. And Heavenly Simone get there first, and Heavenly come in. Heavenly look nice. I like that wig on her. I like how her hair is done. I like how her hair is done in this, and I like how her hair is combed in a confessional like a auburn or like a deep red or something, burgundy or something. It looks good. So then they catch up with each other, and Simone tell her that they had a family dinner the other day, and that shit just went all the way fucking left. And she said he wanted me to pay. And now they want me to pay for. He wanted me to pay for him to go to law school, and I don't think I should pay for him. Shit, Heavenly said I don't think you should pay for it neither. Mm. She said I'm tired of being the bad cop by myself. She said couldn't that Cecil don't never support her, so she just tired of her shit. But she look nice though, going out. So anyway, all the ladies start showing up. It's Brandy's birthday. Her husband said for all the ladies, he pay for the drinks and the dinner. Just have a good time. So they like, oh, okay, so Heavenly say some shit like, oh, like how Contessa husband didn't, and they all slapped five and they start laughing. Oscar didn't help her with her party. So everybody started coming in and they sit down. So everybody sit down and they start talking about the part they started talking about Brandy shit and Brandy family. Her family called her, she called him. It's like four kids and her husband. And she says, "Bye, hi, thank you. Hi, lady, say hi. These are my kids. This is my husband." And she thank him for them being out and shit, right? So while this shit is going on, Contessa feeling the type of way. She's ain't no type of way. She still got a fucking attitude because she told them that her husband don't help her. And when they said something to her about him not helping him, he'll never do this, he'll never do that, and how he should help her, then she done got an attitude. So anyway, when they sitting there, Brandy's thanking her husband, and so she said, "Oh, so what we should do? Should we thank her husband for the food too, since he paid?" So Heavenly just busts out laughing. So Brandy said, "Oh, I see. You feel a type of way." She said, "Listen, I don't know what's what with you, but my husband is my husband. He my man, my man, my man, and he nice." And so he said, "Hey, get your girls. Y'all go out to dinner. Y'all have a good time." And you think so? I want you to have a good time. She said, "Now, so Brandy tell us." Now, it ain't but a couple days ago when I was helping you with your party, you was being a little, you was nervous because you was hoping that your husband had did something nice for you. Okay, he didn't. Now I did. You out, you dressed nice, you in a nice atmosphere. You getting drinks and dinner, so that's something nice. So Contessa said some shit about she bought her money with her, and she said, "Why are you putting your money out?" Well, I told you my husband paying for anything. She said, "I don't know." So Contessa looking around, she was like, "We in a strip mall. It ain't like we in no plaza, and nothing. We in a strip mall at a regular ass restaurant, and this shit don't compare. Your party don't compare to my dinner." So Bernie was like, "Listen, y'all is taking this too far. Y'all need to bring this shit back." So that's when Heavenly tell us, girl, you can't say nothing about Contessa husband. You say something about that motherfucker, she gonna have a fit and be mad. So anyway, they start saying talking about this party. So she said, "How come I can't throw y'all at a nice ass party with food and everything? All y'all can sit around is worrying about what somebody husband did and didn't do for them, and what kind of friends I got. That's all they do is concentrate on the negative." And shit, Tori said, "These kind of goddamn friends, bitch, these kind." And she was like, "Why you getting mad? You sit around and tell us all the time what this motherfucker don't do for you." And then Contessa said, "You sit around and talk about Eugene all the time." She said, "You goddamn right I do, Ann." So anyway, Contessa wind up doing that same old whack shit she do, that underhand shady shit, and she get up and go hug you. If she don't say it in the space where she at with them, she'll say something real fucked up. Like how she was at the party. Oh, should we thank her husband? Should we thank God and her husband for the food and shit? Like little shit like that. And all the women knew, even Simone picked that shit out. She was like, yo, she just feel the type of way. She still in her feelings about this shit, about her husband ain't help do shit. And Brandi, whole husband, then he might, she said, so anyway, Contessa, we got a joint account. He ain't had to plan my party. He did what he needed to do. He needed to pay for it. Cause our account is, I can access the money. And I don't know. I was like, bitch, you just stop talking about your husband. Cause you can't take the aftershock if somebody say something. He don't do shit. And ain't nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of bitches husband don't do shit. And you know how you know that shit is cool? Cause Simone fucking told you. She said, listen, have been messed up. Here go contestant. I've been married for 20 years. And if I concentrate on the things that he doesn't do for 20 years, then I'll be like most of my friends, single. So maybe in 30 years, he will do it. Simone said, I've been married for 29 years. He ain't gonna do nothing. So she said, listen, out of anybody at this table, I'm the one who wish I wasn't married. I don't want all the people at this fucking table. I'm the one here that don't want to be married. And so, oh my god, it made Carl go crazy. No, Simone don't say that. Simone don't say it. Simone say it. That's how she fucking feel. And Cecil know how that shit feel too. But Cecil don't say nothing because Cecil ain't got no money. She bankroll all that shit over there, and she said she tired of rolling. And you need to do something, Simone, because you was fucking, it's like you want to be nice, but you can't because whatever they need of whatever Simone need for Simone is fucking missing. You are hateful. I don't know. You one of them hateful women that because you ain't getting love, you ain't getting dick. It's something. You just got a fucking attitude. You is cool with your patience, but with your friends and your family and with your husband, you short and you're angry. When you don't feel good about what's in here, you treat other motherfuckers around you bad, especially ones that's closer to you. So I feel for Cecil, but Cecil, he got a grift too. He put up with your shit because you pay for everything. And I don't know. I would take care of my kids if I had money and the wealth. I would take care of my children, but I would take care of my kids' responsibility. You're not gonna be 26 with a fucking card and no note. I'm making a house payment. All this, it's like you still living with me, but you ain't. You more free because you cross town. And then you gonna look at me and tell me how you'll give my food to the dog if I don't come back. 60,000 on a Chase credit card bill. And she told this motherfucker, she said, I want you to know what's the difference. You don't know the difference between swiping a card and making a goddamn credit card payment. You need to learn that. Cause yes, they will have it so your ass never retire. I'm telling you, they ain't thinking about you, so you better put yourself first. And my thing to put myself first is you either need to take your ass to marriage counseling or you need to get the fuck rid of Cecil and your relationship with your kids will be better. So listen, I don't got nothing else much to say. Um but these marriages is about to take a stress because we see Toya and Eugene doing some arguing. But all of them, you can't tell Contessa how to be with her husband. If you my friend, if you ain't asking me, or if I get tired of listening to the shit, I will tell you. If you my friend and you need to vent, and I got some serious patience with my friend. Now, if you ask me some shit, I'm gonna shoot off the bullet on your ass, telling you what I think. You need to get rid of that motherfucking hand shit. You around here doing that, blah blah. I will say all that shit. But this what I would say to them before I say anything about them motherfuckers. You better love yourself. Because if you love yourself, you do not put up with bullshit. That's the first thing. Nope, you ain't gotta tell him this, that. Love yourself. Because when you love yourself, you don't give a fuck. When you love yourself, you don't give a fuck about nothing else. Because you will take care of it. And when you love yourself, the shit you do care about, that's interfering with your vibes and your energy, you get rid of that shit. It's like me. I think love is the best thing in the world. But I've had enough of it. I don't want to share it no more, man. I don't want to tell you shit. I don't want to share no money. If I say I want to go over here and eat, and you want to go over there to eat, you take your ass over there because I'm going over here. I'm always choosing me. At 60, I'm not selfish. I'm none of that shit, but I'm choosing me. And y'all just sit y'all ass down there with men that y'all don't love. And here go the thing. They can't love you how you want to be loved, ladies, because you ain't loving them the way you think you loving them. Whatever the fuck that you feel like you getting from them, they feel like they getting the same shit. Trust and believe. Because if you ain't happy, them motherfuckers not happy neither. So listen, you could have been anywhere, but you were here with me for 40 minutes and 12 seconds, and I love you for it. And I'll be back with another recap. Bye.